Welcome back to the New Sentinel, everyone. I'm Anjali Mehta, and today we're diving into what might be the most extravagant wedding of the decade, Jeff Bezos and Lauren Sanchez's Venetian spectacle. Juke, did you see the photos? I mean, it was like a Netflix miniseries, but with more sequins and foam parties.
Yeah, Angeli, I saw the headlines. 3 days of nonstop luxury on San Giorgio Maggiore, right? Masquerade balls, foam parties on that mega yacht. What's it called? Koru? And a guest list that reads like the Oscars after party. I gotta say, it's a far cry from the weddings I've been to. Most of mine involved a chow hall and a couple of folding chairs on a dusty base somewhere.
Oh, I can only imagine. This was the opposite. Custom Dolce& Gabbana gowns, a $2.5 million pink diamond ring, and performances by Usher and DJ Cassidy. And then there was that viral pajama after party at the Arsenale shipyard. I mean, who even thinks of that? It's like they wanted to break the internet and Venice at the same time.
You know, the security must have been off the charts. I remember a wedding on a remote base in Afghanistan. Just a couple of us, some local food, and a chaplain who doubled as the DJ. We had to keep it low-key for obvious reasons. But this? Bezos had 200 A-listers. Oprah, DiCaprio, even Trump and Melania, all in one place. That's a security nightmare and a half. I bet the Italian police were sweating bullets.
And the secrecy. They enforced a social media embargo, so no one could post until Vogue got their exclusive. It's wild how much control they had over the narrative. But it's not just about the glitz. The whole thing was a carefully orchestrated brand moment. Every detail, from the masquerade ball to the fireworks, was about projecting this like billionaire fairy tale.
Yeah, and let's not forget the price tag. $60 million, give or take. That's more than most folks will see in a lifetime. Makes you wonder what message they're sending, right? I mean, I get wanting a big day, but this was next level. Almost feels like a flex if you ask me.
Absolutely. And the media circus was just as over the top. Vogue scrambling for photo rights, AI-generated fashion commentary popping up everywhere, and memes. Oh my God, the memes. Amazon Prime wedding, Space Barbie marries Lex Luthor. The internet had a field day. It's like the whole world was invited, even if only through their screens.
Yeah, and the way they managed the press was almost military. Social embargoes, tight guest list, everything on lockdown until they wanted it out. Reminds me of how we used to handle sensitive ops, control the info, control the story. But here, it's about image, not intel.
And the ripple effects. Sanchez's custom gown, Dolce& Gabbana, inspired by Sophia Loren, already influencing bridal trends. Luxury tourism in Venice is back in the spotlight, for better or worse. I mean, is this kind of spectacle aspirational, or is it just tone-deaf in a world where so many are struggling?
Depends who you ask. Some folks see it as a dream, something to shoot for. Others, especially locals, probably see it as a slap in the face. And with AI and social media amplifying every detail, it's not just a wedding, it's a global event. Even the after-party pajamas are trending. I mean, come on, pajamas?
It's wild, right? And the city of Venice, already dealing with over-tourism and a housing crisis, gets thrown into the global spotlight again. The economic impact is huge, sure, but so is the cultural one. It's like the wedding became a mirror for all these bigger conversations about wealth, celebrity, and what we value as a society.
Yeah, and it's not just about the party. It's about what it says about us, about what we celebrate. I mean, I'm not saying folks shouldn't have a good time, but there's a line between celebration and, well, showing off. And with AI and meme culture, that line gets blurry real fast.
And then there's the backlash. Protests from No Space for Bezos, Greenpeace criticizing the carbon footprint, over 90 private jets, yacht parties, the whole thing. Locals pushing back against wealth disparity and the disruption to their city. It's not just noise, it's a real conversation about who gets to use these spaces and at what cost.
Yeah, but they tried to offset it, right? Bezos and Sanchez donated €3 million to Venetian institutions. That's a lot of cash, but does it really balance out the disruption? Or is it just, PR damage control?
That's the dual narrative, isn't it? Glamour and philanthropy on one side, systemic inequality on the other. I actually covered protests in Mumbai a few years back. Different context, but the same energy. People demanding to be seen, to have their voices heard, even as the world's attention is on the spectacle. In Venice, it was the same. Locals and activists making sure their concerns weren't drowned out by the fireworks.
Yeah, and you gotta respect folks standing up for their city, but at the end of the day, the wedding's over, the headlines fade, and the problems stick around. That's the part that bugs me. All this money, all this attention, and what really changes?
Exactly. It's a reminder that these big, shiny moments are never just about the people at the center. They ripple out, culturally, economically, politically. And as we've seen in other episodes, whether it's a Supreme Court decision or a celebrity wedding, the real impact is always more complicated than the headlines suggest.
Couldn't have said it better. All right, Anjali, I think we've covered the glitz, the drama, and the fallout. Anything else before we wrap?
No, I think that's it for today. Thanks for joining us, everyone. We'll be back soon with more stories that go beyond the surface. Duke, always a pleasure.
You too, Anjali. Take care, folks. See you next time on the New Sentinel.